Nowhere is controversy over the 2020 election hotter than in Georgia. Multiple voting irregularities stoked accusations from Trump's side that the election was stolen. Democrat prosecutors are pursuing criminal charges, accusing Trump of illegally trying to overturn the results. Today, national polls show Trump is far and away the Republican frontrunner. Now the Republican Party in Georgia is trying to present a united front heading into 2024. Scott Thuman reports from Atlanta.
At the next election, this southern state, until recently a Republican stronghold, could determine the entire country's direction.
Our path to the White House runs through Georgia. A Republican to get elected president, Georgia is a must-win state. You look at the map, a Republican can't get to 270 without Georgia.
Josh McCoon has one of the tougher jobs in politics as the new chairman of the Georgia GOP. He is trying to move his state more firmly into Republican hands.
CBS News projects Joe Biden has won Georgia, flipping the traditional red state blue.
When Joe Biden won here in 2020, he became the first Democrat presidential candidate to do so in 28 years. And the left didn't just carry the White House. Two first-time politicians, Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, both Democrats, beat two incumbent Republicans in the U.S. Senate in a rare double runoff.
There are a lot of headlines about whether or not Georgia is up for grabs these days. For some Democrats, they're going to smell blood in the water, and they think this is an opportunity for them down here.
Well, I'm very bullish on Republican chances in 2024. We are a center-right state. 2020 was an unusual election for a variety of reasons, but I'm very bullish looking ahead to next year.
2020 left deep divisions among Republicans here. Biden won by less than 12,000 votes, a razor-thin margin of just 0.2%. And Trump's campaign pointed to scores of irregularities. Most turned out to be false, but a handful were real. There were tabulation errors originally favoring Biden, and counting was paused because of a pipe break, only to be quickly resumed after Republican election observers left the room. But the state's Republican governor and Secretary of State who ran the election repeatedly defended its integrity against Trump's attacks.
I don't see Georgia as having an identity crisis. I see 2020 as an aberration. And you look at 2022, we added a member to our Republican congressional delegation. We kept every statewide constitutional office.
What about the biggest X factor perhaps in all of this, being former President Trump? Does he help you or hurt you these days?
Look, I think there are a lot of people that I've seen get involved in the Georgia Republican Party because of their excitement around the Trump administration, the president's policies, the America First agenda. And I think that the key in the general election is, while keeping our base motivated and out to the polls, that we do keep a focus on the Biden administration's failures and how a Republican president, whoever that is going to put America in a position to lead the world again.
Though Atlanta's suburbs have become less Republican, the Democrats face challenges here too.
I am not the regular representative at the Capitol.
Case in point, State Representative Misha Maynor, elected on the Democrats' ticket 3 years ago.
You've been in the news quite a bit lately.
Yes.
She recently made the bold move to switch to the Republican Party.
What is it about the Democratic Party that you think has changed so dramatically that it just was no longer home for you?
Think about what the Democrats are promoting. Right now, they are promoting, we need to get this anti-Semitism law passed. I am supporting all ethnic and religious groups, but that is their priority. The other priority, transgender rights. I support everybody, but that is their priority. They're supporting the prosecutors, systems. I support families and people over systems.
Maynor says her focus, now as a Republican, will remain education.
One of the things I'm most proud of in this short tenure I've had as Republican Party chairman is to convince Representative Misha Maynor to switch parties, become the first black female Republican in the history of the Georgia General Assembly.
While McCoon sees Maynor's switch as a win for the party, it is contrasted by some looming concerns.
A Fulton County grand jury has voted to indict Donald Trump.
Former President Donald J. Trump has been criminally indicted.
19 defendants in Trump's circle, headlined by Trump himself, were indicted in August for allegedly scheming to overturn his 2020 loss there. McCune admits his party is spending an inordinate amount of time, energy, and money to defend members fighting to now stay out of jail. He hopes that 2020 was the party's low point in the Peach State, reminding Republicans to stick to core conservative issues like the economy.
I would just ask people to ask themselves, between 2017, 2021, how was the economy doing? What was your personal feeling of public safety like? It's the age-old question, do you feel better off today than you did before Joe Biden was elected? Everyone I ask that question to, it's a resounding answer. The answer is no.
But aware the days when an R next to the name on the ballot would guarantee a Republican win are long gone. For Full Measure, I'm Scott Thuman in Georgia.